All right, boys and girls, I have come to the Brush Creek Trail, which is not too far away from East Palestine, like maybe an hour tops. And I came to look at the water and see if it's all fucked up or not. And it looks to me like a lot of it has already traveled downstream, and the water here seems kind of fine. But actually, look at this one spot where there's standing water. That is not good. Not good at all. Here's some more. Oh, goddamn. So, something else that's really interesting, I can't say that this has anything to do with it, but look at all of these little shells. And over here, there's a ton. I saw, oh yeah, just look, there's tons of them. They're all open and like dead. So I can only imagine that all of these are dead as the result of the chemical pollution. Because, like, I don't know, I can't say for sure, but when do you see all of these shells in a creek like that? They're always just like, you know, like they look like rocks. Here you can see, so I was over there. Here you can see just little bits floating in the water. And yeah, it like breaks up. That's interesting. There's another one right here. Oh, that's a leaf, I think. Oh, there's some more floating. I wonder if I shake that, if it's like kind of stuck in there. I'll find out in a second. We're gonna try to do this without falling into the water. So if I hit the bank, do we get anything? Doesn't quite seem like it. There's some like kind of in here. All right, let's not fall. I'll be back actually. Okay, now we're in it. Let's jack that up. I need a longer stick. All right, let's watch, see what happens. Those are just bubbles. That's more of the slime. I don't see any new slime popping out. It seems like it's all way downstream by now. So we're really only kind of catching the tail end of things. That would be my assumption. I don't see any fish, but, you know, maybe I just don't see any fish. I did some real messing with it in here, and you can actually, well, maybe you can't see, but that did some work. It is kind of coming out of the bank a little bit. So it's really hard to tell that that's not just silt, but in here, that's oil slick. Yeah, you can see right there. I'm gonna go further down the creek a little bit and see if there's any other spots. But the last thing I want to show you is kind of wild. Like, this is that first standing water spot. This is also kind of crazy, but I don't know if it has to do with the same thing. It's hard to tell, but like this is almost like all rust. You can probably really see it on this in here. And like if you watch the water, that's just a place where it flows and then kind of collects. So this could be old, but interesting nonetheless. Okay, everyone, so for context too, because I keep getting messages and I guess it's not immediately obvious. I'm not in Ohio. I'm right in Cranberry, Pennsylvania. I am, like, not only that, but I'm right next to, right over there is the water cleaning plant. And so I'm right before the water cleaning plant at Brush Creek. I mean, just look it up. It's right in Cranberry. So I'm just kind of thinking about this. For greater context, I think this should be like, we're pretty parallel with East Palestine, but functionally north in the watershed. as in most water flows from north to south, except for, you know, like the Nile. We're functionally north of East Palestine, but we're still seeing these marks, which is interesting. That's like, what, it's got to be rain then, from the rain. But yeah, this is right at home. Going a bit further, and look, just as I'm walking up, that's a mess. A total mess. What happens? Not much. It doesn't look like it like seeped into the ground, but that's pretty crazy. Well, that's a big deer. That's crazy. All right, we'll keep doing my research for you. Be the most interesting find yet. Look at this. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, or it's just this weird rock. Unless this isn't even a rock. Okay, I'm headed back to my van, so this is the last thing I'm going to show you. But I keep seeing this everywhere, and it could have just been a scuffle. But look, there's all of these little bits of fur just coming off in clumps. And this I have been seeing along this entire trail. I have one final update. I've gone to the greatest source of standing water that I have access to, my backyard, which is an extra roughly 15 miles away. And while I don't see any oil slick stuff, I do see this film on top of the water. Now, considering it's not shiny, is it possibly just pond scum? Yes, I don't know. But it is interesting. Nonetheless,